Nahum, or in English, Nahum 3, the judgments against Nineveh. Woe to thee, O city of blood, all full of lies and violence. Rent shall, rent shall not depart from thee. Let's look at this up. Let's look this up. Rapine. See, I read that wrong. Rapine. The violent seizure of someone else's property. So, learned a new word, rapine. Sounds like the cities today, right? Sounds like your cities today, full of blood. Chicago, I don't need to go down the list. You get it. Lies from your politicians, promoting and protecting the violent acts. Let's see. The noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of wheels and of the neighing horse and of the running chariot and of the horsemen coming up and of the shining sword and of the glittering spear and of a multitude slain and of grievous destruction, and there is no end of, what is this? Carcass. That's not what it said. Carcasses. Oh, I see. And they shall fall down on their dead bodies because of the multitude fornications of the harlot that was beautiful and agreeable. Now, remember fornication, right? That is the act of someone that's married sleeping with someone who they're not married to, right? I can't remember. I think it was Genesis. I don't want to say the wrong number. I think it was Genesis. It's one of the. I don't remember. For some reason, my mind wants to say 27, but it was one of the. It was when Abraham goes to Egypt. I'll see if I can find it, maybe, because I know what I'm thinking of is when Lexwell broke down when Abraham went to Egypt, and he told his wife to not expose or explain when asked that this was her husband, but just give the part that this was her brother, right? And then the Egyptians found out, oh, this is his wife. Then they realized, hey, look what you could have caused. You could have caused the damnation of our nation just because of us, just because now I'm fornicating, as the Pharaoh or the leader of the land sleeping with a married woman. And Lex Will broke down that they knew the seriousness of that. So when you sit back and look at our land today, you look at our nation, there's a big judgment coming. That's what I feel like I'm trying to say, just based upon how much that happens and how much it happens and nobody thinks twice. And that was made use of, and that made use of witchcraft that sold, what? I read that right? Let me start from the beginning of 4. Because of the multitude of the fornication of the harlot that was beautiful and agreeable, and that made use of witchcraft, and sold nations through her fornication, and families through her witchcrafts. What? Okay. Are they talking about a specific harlot? Because now that's making me think the Queen of Heaven, Venus, right? And it's because I watch on that telly app. I watch a lot of these movies. It's called the channel, the movie production company is called the Doll Sword, but they make a lot of movies about the Greeks and Hercules, Athena, all that stuff. So they pretty much etch it in. This she's the loose one, right? Are they talking about her in Nineveh? And that made use of witchcraft and sold nations through her fornication, and families through her witchcrafts. Wow. But the Moors are going to say, oh, a witch is just a wise woman. Look at the bottom we go through etymology, read the whole page, and at the very bottom it just says wise woman. Well, yeah, she's got the wisdom of the fallen angels. So they're going to say this verse is nothing. But that blows my mind. Let's see. Behold, I come against thee, saith the Ishi of hosts, and will discover thy shame to thy face, and will shown thy nakedness to the nations, and thy shame to kingdoms. And I will cast abominations upon thee, and will disgrace thee, and will make an example of thee. I don't know why I can't pronounce words tonight. So I wish there was like a reference points to what the abominations will be. I will cast abominations upon thee. I will disgrace thee, and I will make an example of thee. And it shall come to pass that everyone that shall see thee shall flee from thee, and shall say, Nineveh, because it's not Nineveh, Nineveh is laid waste. Who shall bemoan thee? Hence, whence shall I seek a comforter for thee? Let's see. Art thou better than the populous Alexandria that dwelleth among the rivers? Waters are around about it. The sea is its riches. The waters are its walls. No, wait. Art thou better than the populous Alexandria? So they're talking, art thou better? So wait, Nineveh would have been around when the city of Alexandria, right, was built? Because he's asking a comparison. You're still better than the great city of Alexandria, right? I wonder I wonder if there's a difference. The city of Alexander and the city of Alexandria. We should look that up. Could not find a difference. It just seems to say that Alexander built Alexandria. So, this was curious. But he gives also I think, something interesting. Because it almost sounds like this was, an island? Because listen to what it says here. That dwelleth among the rivers. Right, so you have rivers, and this is there's rivers around of Nineveh or Neve. Waters are around about it. Okay, so it's the sea is its riches. So where can we find the remains of a great city who has rivers around it, and it stretches to the sea, has access to the sea, I should say. The waters are its walls. So the borders to this is water. All right. Ethiopia and Egypt were the strength thereof, and there is no end. Africa, let's see, and the Libyans were thy helpers. See, now we got to open up a map. We have to open up a map to see where Ethiopia, Egypt, Africa, and Libyans could be closely connected to somewhere like this. Cause you know what's weird? No, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I just got a feeling that we'll get to it. Yet she also was removed and carried into captivity. Her young children were dashed in pieces at the tops of every street, and they cast lots upon her nobles, and all her great men were bound in fetters. I'm sorry, we gotta look at Madagascar, because that's what I'm getting. I'm getting Madagascar on the brain with this, and I'll be way off, and I'll be proven wrong. But that's what I mean. I just got wow. This sounds like the history of Madagascar. Therefore, thou also shalt be made drunk, and shall be disposed, and thou shalt seek help from the enemy. All thy strongholds shall be like figs trees with their green figs. If they be shaken, they shall fall into the mouth of the eater. Behold, thy people in the midst of the are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open to thy enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. Draw the water from the siege. Build up thy bulwarks. Yeah, bulwarks. That's a defense wall. Go into thy clay and tread work. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Work it and make brick. There shall the fire devour thee. Thou shalt pitch by the sword. It shall devour thee like the branches assumed together like the branches. Make thyself many like the locust. Thou shalt multiply. Thou hast multiplied thy merchandise above the stars of heaven. The branches hath spread herself and flown away. What does that mean? Thou hast multiplied thy merchandise above the stars of heaven. That's a riddle. That's a riddle. I wonder what that means. Well, thy guards are like the locusts, and thy little ones like the locusts of locusts, which swarm on the hedges in the day of cold. The sun arose, and they flew away, and their place was not known where they were. Thy shepherds have slumbered, O King of Assyria. Thy prince shall be burned. Thy people are hid in the mountains, and there is none to gather them together. Thy destruction is not hidden. Thy wound is grievous. All that have heard of the fame of thee have clamped their hands over thee, and upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually. I'm sorry, that was a rough night, rough reading, but I think this chapter, the last chapter, I think this is really interesting. I think we need a better breakdown of it, though. But tell me what you think, because I found this to be like wow, just from everything from 4, to what is the riddle in verse 6. 8 and 9. 10 was another one. That one leaves you with more questions, especially when in 16, because that one's still, thou hast multiplied thy merchandise above the stars of heaven.